Claude?
Claude?
Claude? Where did that come from? Khalid is a good option for Pi. The fact that they do need an answer to dive into the back line, to put Iritel in her place and take her out. Definitely an option that they can utilize. Other than that, they can go for the Yuzong, but they go for the glue and the Kufra.
Like the Kufra pick, the glue pick is an interesting one. Do they want to... This is fair. No, there's no way. That's a bit too risky. Yeah, I was thinking about maybe Valentina mid, Faramis roam, but I think it's way too risky to pull that off. I think at this point... Oh, this is tough. Do they want to put flex? Do they flex the Grok into the XP or roam?
Just give in to the thoughts, man.
The intrusive thoughts?
Yeah, pick up Faramis. Give in.
I don't think so.
It's a lack of sustainable heroes. If they pick Faramis right now, yeah, I know that they can count on Cold Altar, but it's not enough, really not enough on the late game. But it's a balanced drop from Alter Ego, so they need to think what kind of heroes that can really make an impact for winning this second game.
I hope it's not Edith.
Akai.
Akai roam?
What does this mean?
Akai roam? Akai XP? It's on Vin. Akai roam.
Akai roam?
Not the biggest fan.
Not the biggest fan, but are you at least a fan? Not a big fan, but maybe just a small fan.
Not really, no.
No, so not a fan at all. Against the Fanny, I will say the Akai isn't bad, but you are literally useless up until level 4. Like, you need level 4. If you don't get level 4 early, you're gonna be useless for a long time.
Yeah, he really needs to count on the heavy speed later, Mirko. And without waiting further, what kind of play style that they both of them gonna play? Like, Alter Ego having Vanny, so it might be an aggressive gameplay from them again.
I truly am quite curious here. Like you mentioned, with the drafting phase, I do believe that Alter Ego are gonna go for that early game pressure. But remember, on the other side, it's Bigetron Alpha with the Grok, with the Valentina. They just need a little bit more time to buy for the Iritel to come online. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome you into the land of dawn for game number 2. Alter Ego leading 1-0. Can Bigetron force a game number 3?
Oh, I thought Rasy stole that one. And so Kenn was able to secure it. Rasy, though, putting some pressure on Mr. Kenn in the jungle early on.
And look at how Xorizo do it on when the minion is firstly spawned. He just put the Guardians of Barrier, so the minions will stuck on there for maybe 3 or 4 seconds.
Oh, already really good micro plays coming in from both of these teams. Very aggressive so far. In terms of battle spells, 2 Purifies on Nino and Udil, respecting the CC coming in from Bigetron Alpha with the Grok as well as the Akai. But what about the emblems and talents?
Yeah, Vanny is using the Festival of Blood and the Lethal Ignition. Still the same with the first game, but the Iritel is using the Quantum Charge, so he will get the movement speed. With that kind of energy, when the Heavy Crossbow is being popped out, Iritel can easily get the energy and the Joy using the Season Hunter. So the Joy gonna play more objectively to aim for the Turtle or even the Lord.
There's a lot of emphasis as well onto agility, movement speed, as well as tenacity. A little bit more sustainability that both of these teams are looking for. And it really shows how they want to go in for more skirmishes. But so far, it's been a very quiet first 2 minutes of the game. Is there something that they're waiting for here? But wait a minute.
2v2 up top. Cutthroat ready into the enemy tier 1, and it's first blood for Celiboy.
Wow, that's an important kill, I think, from the Alter Ego side. So with that kind of pick-up, they're gonna start the Lord more, the Turtle more easily on this early game. Celiboy just do the counter movement. Usually, the jungler, if you are using Vanny, you will be aiming for the gold lane. But now he's just aiming for the XP lane, so they can start the Turtle now.
Very objective, just ruining the balance there in the EXP lane, and this should be a free turtle for the side of Alter Ego. Earlier on, it was super unfortunate. That was nearly a steal. But it was super unfortunate because Super Series actually traded in for a rapid boost, but it didn't come in time to run away from the damage coming in from Celiboy, but here it is.
Blazing Duet, even RWM, Superfin, whoa, taken very low. Very, very interesting. I thought, oh, whoa, Supercat stole the purple buff. That's a value. Challenge Revenge to stop him for a bit, but it's the Electrifying Beats. It gets used up, and that's a big resource. I think that might, for Fanny especially, purple over turtle.
Yeah, they are still using Understand Strategy, and look at that. Talent's prediction. Just me and Miracle
Yeah.
who are choosing Bigetron right now. Is it gonna be Miracle Curse or Miracle Bless?
For everyone else, it's usually Miracles, but for BTR, I want it to be Mirror Bless, but it hasn't been.
I mean, we'll see. The tides can definitely shift here in game number 2, but Super Xorizo still able to get out of there. Pi needs to be careful here, but for the moment, both teams are still looking to get more objectives on the board. Does Bigetron Alpha play this way until Iritel comes online, or do they look for something here in the first few minutes of the game?
Yeah, because they are using the same strategy like the first game, but now, it's too dangerous. Yeah, Superfin almost caught him. But they are using the same strategy like they are always aiming for the purple buff. So Vanny didn't get the purple buff. Vanny will not playing very aggressively on the game.
So that's a fun little interaction that maybe is the real reason as to why Bigetron Alpha went for the Akai. First kill, that knockup cancels out the Blazing Duet.
But it's quite hard to aim for Cloud when Blazing Duet is happening using the headbutts. You need to very precise ability to aim for the Cloud itself.
Slam, slam, pass, pass. And a split. Now Rasy with a Tyrant's Revenge. And RWM, 2 real-world manipulations. Superfin going to be cancelled out by the bouncing ball. What? Superfin going very deep into enemy territory. Now going for the dash. Able to escape for now, but no heavy spin. Now the cutthroat comes in, and if you steal cables to secure it, well charged to the back, and Super Kenn capitalizes. 2 kills over to Bigetron Alpha, back again. It's Xorizo, and Kenn who picks up the kill. Meanwhile, now Pi with a slam, trying to look for the sustain, flickers out to safety. And Super Key is going to be chunked very low. A few good shots, but Super Key, he's still trying to dodge away. Retreat by Super Kenn as he jumps back onto Pi. A few more shots, and it should be a clear. Oh, Pi gets out just barely.
That's glue we were talking about. Wait. Yeah, he got it. He just dive in like, okay, I will aim wherever Pi goes. And yeah, I think it's a good bait from Superfin that a lot of resources has been out, just want to take down Superfin. And Bigetron Alpha just following up the movement, and they just got the turtle and the kill points. It's really important.
Yeah, I think that movement, that move coming in from Super Xorizo earlier on with a wild charge onto 3 members inside of Alter Ego really was just the cherry on top to all that damage coming in afterwards. And the fact is, once again, Super Kenn level 9 against Celiboy, who just hit level 8. So Celiboy is falling far behind. A similar story to what we saw in game number 1. Bigetron Alpha needs to be careful with the blunders here as Superfin might get caught.
No, he just walks out. Still pretty safe because he still has that heavy spin. So I think even Alter Ego didn't want to really fully commit. Nino, BMI forward. Not much. Super Kenn now up top. Going to the retreat battle, secures it and takes it away from Celiboy. Now it's going to be the steel cables, but with no purple buff, it does get tough. Wild charge. Oh, it brings Pi all the way to the back with a slam, pass. Still brings Xorizo to an uncomfortable spot. Now the power of nature is still there. Pi getting bursted down, terrified up. Heavy spin. Udil pops in a purify, but Pi should fall. And Super Kenn is on a killing spree.
But Pi is buying time. Look at Cloud on the bottom lane. Miracle. He just shooing away the Super Saken, and they got the outer bottom tower, but it's dangerous.
That was too greedy. That was way too greedy by Nino. He should have just retreated. That was the perfect gank coming in from Bigetron Alpha towards that bottom side, and whatever Nino was able to amount, which was 1 turret there in the bottom side, instantly traded back for Bigetron Alpha.
This kind of lead that Bigetron Alpha have, it's almost the same on the first game. So they need to be careful. The difference is they now have the Akai, the big crowd control who can counter the Tyrant Rage or even the Tyrant Revenge. So they need to wait, where is Rasy at? They need to see where is Rasy hiding.
Because if Rasy gets that pick, oh, here we go.
Oh, just a flicker out.
Well, a lot of
value.
resources. Yeah, a lot of resources has been out on the mid lane. So it's gonna be dangerous if Bigetron Alpha want to play very aggressive right now, because they still have all of their resources. The heavy spin, the heavy crossbow, even the Rhythm of Joy.
And earlier on,
And left the main base.
Saken was able to secure that Berserker's Fury, but look at this again. Did they seal it?
Yeah, they did. Vin did enough with the heavy spin. My God, Celiboy's not having a good time. Well, technically, he didn't have a good time in game 1 either. Now, Super Kenn, whoa, diving very deep into the back. Now, cancelled out by the bouncing ball. Turns revenge and the rage. Wild Charge, though, helps him out. But he ultimately falls as a shutdown for Udil. Deja vu. Remember what happened in game 1.
I just mentioned it. So, but Bigetron Alpha still want to push that inner middle turret because they just lost one of their members. And look at how Celiboy is gonna play the split push game because he knows he really not doing very well if he wants to defend on the mid lane without purple buff.
It's so difficult. You're right, without the purple buff. All he can look for are split pushes, especially now that he's also behind in that EXP against Super Kenn. There's not much he can do when it comes to that neutral objective contest take. Now, being this behind, Alter Ego, do they not need to look for a pickoff on the board if they do hope to look for the next Lord to spawn in the game?
I think so. Eterna, because that Lord might be the very important points if Bigetron Alpha get it. And for the others, Alter Ego needs to get it. At least they just got the map control back and can aim for the objective that are left behind right now.
Do they do that, or do they go for the neutral, the objective take in the turrets instead, like they did in game number 1? It worked well for them, that strategy. Because right now, Bigetron Alpha, that's 2,000 gold lead. In these team fights, it feels like Bigetron Alpha has more of an edge.
Look at Kenn, look at Kenn. He's trying to sneak the Lord. Wait, this might actually work. It's half HP. Oh, not fast enough. And Alter Ego now know of what Bigetron Alpha were planning. Real world inflation going on. Super Pin. The heavy spin is there. Rhetoric battle. Super Kenn wins it. Now the electrifying beats. They have baited Alter Ego into a fight. But it's a 2 for 2. So they commit even more here. Udil going to be dove on in the back by Super Kenn. One more dash, but Udil is able to escape. But the real world manipulation gets Nino very low. Super Kenn waiting on the cooldowns. Looking for a dive. BMI forward. Super Kenn jumping in. Oh, he finds another. Double kill. He gets slain, but it's definitely value.
And it's almost wiped out if Pai got killed too. And now, Bigetron Alpha really got that advantage by getting the Lord 4 mans down for them. The super fin movement with that heavy spin is a really, really good one. Because he just popping the heavy spin and then using the headbutt to stop Celiboy from flying to the Lord pit.
Is it possible to take Lord without having to get into the Lord pit as a Fanny?
If the retribution is on points, but with heavy spin, it will disturbing the Vanny timing to using the retribution.
That's why it was so unfortunate seeing all that come to play.
Oh, nobody saw that. Natalia, it was Natalia.
It's okay. It's fine.
It's okay. It's fine.
Yeah, now Lord is coming. Yeah, but Bigetron Alpha didn't want to like hurry it. They need to wait a very patient game because they know the Rasy moment that they are lost from the first game. They learned a lot, I think, from that.
Looks like they do. Look at this. Look at this control, Mirko.
Absolute control right now. They're able to just... Oh, whoa. Real world inflation popped in. Super Kenn just jumps in. A few more shots. Electrifying beats. What? They just took it. And now it's the purple buff steal. Whoa. Alter Ego. What?
Is it wise to contest the purple buff like that, Mirko? Because I think it's a very high risk. It's a very dangerous one. Even Pai now.
They're just going in. That's a cut from Celiboy in the mid lane. But it felt like Alter Ego just kind of gave that fight on a silver platter to Bigetron Alpha. And now they're definitely going to try to punish even more. This base turret should fall.
Nino's up, though. That inhibitor turret does fall on the top side, but they still remain in the game. But look at the counter push coming in from Super Kenn, cutting those waves in that bottom side. He's dealing so much damage.
Blood Wings too.
Yeah, and they really need to push that reset button, Mirko. Don't let the adrenaline rush make Alter Ego making a not wise decision. Because they still can win this game, especially when the Rasy made that momentum using the real manipulation. But if they keep doing this, I think Bigetron Alpha just get more base turret like on the mid lane and on the bottom lane, especially when the Lord is coming in some seconds.
I guess what Alter Ego can do is look for that Hail Mary play. They have Celiboy and they have Nino. Really good split pushers that they can utilize and try to get into that bottom side.
I agree with you, Eterna, but without the purple buff, it's never a Hail Mary for a Fanny. It's literally just suicide.
What about Sally? I mean, Claude.
Well, for Nino, there's a chance, but I think the Sakai is just too much of a problem for that Claude.
The headbutt, the heavy spin. It just make Cloud cannot do more damage because it will push Cloud away from his teammates.
So crazy because I didn't see this coming. Akai roam.
Yeah.
It feels more vloggy in the early stage of the game.
And
I didn't think that it had the impact that it's having right now, super unexpectedly. And all he has is just 2 items. That's all he needs to be that much of an impact
The
for
Radiant
Bigetron Alpha.
Dominance without any blade armor built by Akai. But the Akai job desk is really important here. He just be the bodyguard to wait for the Rasy, wait for the Nino just come in when the team fight's happening. And then he just pop out the heavy spin. So the initiator must be the Super Xorizo.
Let's see, the siege in the mid lane, Super Pin going to be able to find a good knockup, but Nino just bounces back to the BMI. Enhanced Lord still. Wow, look at Celiboy. Brilliant cut up top to cancel it out. Wild charge! Nino gets to lead it. Udil is still in the back, dealing some damage with the RWM. Places Pie in a spot where he can't do anything. And Super Kenn jumps onto Udil. The electrifying beats unnecessary to take him down. And they are just styling on Alter Ego. 14 minutes in, and it's an equalizer by the Red Terminators.
Back to a best of 1, ladies and gentlemen, as Bigetron Alpha force a game in number 3. The Red Robots finally understanding their limits, understanding the vision of the drafts, understanding the proper execution and not falling into the beats of Alter Ego as they were able to create their own beats.